you would say that calling yourself a sports card scammer, up till this point at least, would be an accurate label. But at the same time, you're a collector, which is kind of fascinating to me. One more thing that people would really like to know is just what your thought process is going into what your thought process is when you know that you don't have the funds to cover like a card break, for instance, like with Andrew this past weekend. It's hard for people to comprehend that when, you know, the collector community is so great, and 99% of us, we just like to collect, and now that money has, you know, infiltrated this hobby, it's become a place where we can't let our guards down anymore. And maybe you could give us some insight and help turn your reputation around right now by telling us what to look out for and what goes into like your thought process before you take advantage of a situation.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My biggest thing was like I had, you know, I thought I had money in my account, which I didn't, and I told you that earlier. You know, I just pursuing like I thought Andrew would like kind of give me like a loan type thing, you know, and pay when I could. That was my understanding, because he didn't really ask me, you know, PayPal, whatever. You know, it was just a bad understanding, and it was on
Did
my
you
fault.
really assume that Andrew was going to give you? I mean,
Well, I thought like I could pay like a day or two later, you know, or you know,
well, here
but
we are. Here we are, more than a day or two later, though.
right. No, I understand totally, 100%. It was on me. It was wrong. I just, you know,
Well,
I
here
don't want
you
to.
are lying again, I feel like.
No, sir, I'm not lying at all. I'm not lying again. I
You,
promise.
you just said a day or two, but it's been 4
Well, I
days.
thought maybe like he could, because I did ask him in the live when I was talking to him. I thought I could come up with the money. That's what I was trying to tell you. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So you thought you'd be able to scrounge up the money, and you were
Yes, sir.
unable to do that.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
And the temptation was just too much with
Yes.
the cards on the screen right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me rewind this story for you just real quick. The following video is the condensed interview with a thief slash scammer in the sports card community who this past weekend did some personal box breaks with a good friend of mine named Andrew. In fact, he had my friend Andrew open up over 10 boxes of Topps Chrome Black and a few boxes of Hoops Premium, among other boxes. The total was over $5,000. During that same live session, this poor excuse for a collector decided that he would take part in an auction in the same live session following these box breaks. And it was this like bizarre event because this guy came up with this excuse. He obviously was nowhere near a computer or was too inebriated or too incoherent to be able to type. I don't know. But he phoned my friend and outbid not only everyone else, but continued to outbid himself. It seemed as if he didn't even know what cards were being put on the screen. Now, for the good news. The second I made a post about this scammer in our Facebook group, Sports Card Takes and Hobby Breaks, not more than 20 minutes went by until he, Ryan, the scammer, received numerous phone calls from his own family and friends that he received from community members of our group, fellow collectors that are just tired of scammers, that are tired of people infiltrating this great hobby and making us put our guard up. And so this is what that is. I'll let you make up your own mind as far as this guy deciding to come clean. And while I don't really give the man credit for pledging to do the right thing and pay his victims back, I was intrigued at the idea of doing a short interview, which I was shocked he decided to allow me to do. I was trying to get into the head of a sports card scammer. So here you go.
First off, thanks for doing it.
Can I say something real quick? I was wrong. I was totally fucking wrong.
Okay, one second. We'll get there. First off, I just want to make sure you know this is being recorded so that some other victims I have named, you
Mhm.
can say your piece. Apologies to them. I
Okay.
appreciate you taking the time out to do this.
Yes, sir.
And I do think we live in a land of second chances and second opportunities. I've been given those opportunities. I'm first just interested to know, like, are you a card collector?
Yes, sir, I am. I've been collecting for a lot of years. I just have, there's things on, that I like, that I wish I could have, that I, like I did to Andrew, that I wish I could have, had. I do have a job. I do work. I do make good money. So that's why I'm glad you gave me a second chance to, actually help, do what's right and to pay my bill and to the others, which is only, what I should do and what I should have done.
The only question I have when trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, as far as you saying that you're remorseful, is like, why did it take till now? Like, we have
I just,
reports dating back
right.
to 2017 from guys like Jonathan C., who, had to reroute a package he sent to you because you blocked him, and that was a trade done in November. Max Harris, he put a card up on eBay that you tried to sell to somebody else. James Bailey made a trade with you and never got the cards on his end. And this was over a year ago.
I
So
was
why
wrong.
now?
I just want to make it right to everybody that I messed up with. I honestly do. So, I can sit here and tell you I'm sorry 1,000 times, but until I can make it right, that's what I want to do. So,
You're going to you're going to make it right with Andrew. You said by giving him
well, I
dollars.
get a bonus check coming, and it should be later than 2 weeks. So I'm gonna pay what I can pay out of that bonus check towards what I owe.
Okay.
It should be quite a bit.
Ryan, have you ever been duped or scammed before?
Yes, sir. I have.
And if you could just go over what that felt like in your head.
It just sucks. You can't get the money. You can't get, vice versa. It's like beating a dead horse. You just can't, somebody tries to, they're say they'll pay, I've been through it. I just don't want to do it again. Honestly, I just want to make my amends right. Do what I got to do, be an honest person, and get this done and over with.
Why the collecting community? Like, why go after that?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't want to say something and be wrong. I just don't want to. I don't. I'm just trying to be honest now, and be honest and pay off what I have to, and just do the right thing from here on out.
Because there's plenty of us in the collecting, community in the hobby, and 99% of us are just, good collectors that wouldn't even think about doing, some of the things that you've said you've done. I'm just trying to get into, your head, and we all have our faults. None of us are perfect. I guess I'm just trying to understand, like, a history of.
My biggest thing was I thought I could pay for it when, I really did think I could pay for it right then and there, but I didn't have the money to pay for it. So that's why it kind of kicked me in the ass, where I didn't have the money. I looked at my account, didn't have the money,
But
and I knew I have the money coming, but
with Andrew, that's for over like $3,000 worth of product,
Yep.
that he broke open, and he takes a loss on that. You're saying that you were hoping you had the money in your account.
Right.
I don't know about
I
you, but
thought my bonus check would be there sooner. That was the only thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would have been there, and it wasn't there, and it was wrong of me. That's all.
I'd like to give you this opportunity to, whether it's Jonathan, Max, James, anyone off the top of your head, including Andrew, that you've wronged in the past, be it in this hobby or outside of this hobby, on Facebook, eBay, whatever. This is your time to say what you would like to say.
I just want to say sorry. Most thing, I'm truly genuine sorry. I really, really am. And I never, ever, ever will do this ever again. You'll never see me on Facebook again. please let me know what I owe you, and I will make it 100%, give it back to you. Like I said, I'm super sorry. I don't want to get in I just, I'm very sorry for what I did.
People who see this, possibly Jonathan, Max, James, and if they want to contact you, am I free to give them your
Yes, sir.
okay
Information?
I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
them your information? Then I guess that's how we'll deal with that. Well,
May I keep your number? And
yeah,
then
of
just
course.
can I when I get my check, how do I do this? Pay him or pay you or
No,
what? I don't.
don't pay me anything. I'm
Okay.
just trying to get
Right. No.
get inside
Right.
your head, like understand what's going on and set the record straight, because
Right.
you do have quite the history, and luckily we
Yeah.
have a moderator in our group he's the admin of just about every scam page there is, and your name came up quite a few times. I mean, I'm glad that you're sorry. I guess to me, there still feels like, and I'm not even the victim here, but I'm trying to put myself in both of your guys' shoes. And if I'm watching this and I'm Andrew and I'm hearing that I'm getting paid $300 and that you're really sorry, I don't know. I guess
I mean, like I said, I should be able to pay most of it off. Is what I'm saying. Just pay. In 2 weeks, I should be able to pay most of it off.
Were you what were you fearful about the most? Was it like getting the police involved? Was it
No.
people calling your brother-in-law?
My wife. I just didn't want. My wife. I told my wife. She's totally mad. That's the biggest thing. I let my family down. Plus, I let Andrew and everybody else down. So that's why I'm grateful and thankful for another chance so I can make this right.
So I do have one more question that just
Yes, sir.
popped up. If you're a card collector, do you have any cards currently that you could
I
help?
have a few. Not a lot, but I have a few.
I mean, maybe, and you could do this off video, but maybe that's another way that you could, help to make this right sooner than waiting every other week, for 10 weeks or 20 weeks, that's
Okay.
half a year. So
Right.
that'd be my best suggestion.
Okay. Well, like I said, I get a bonus check. I get taxes. I'm gonna pay him off as soon as I can, and then do whatever I have to do to make everybody else right.
So when you go into these types of situations, are they like premeditated, or is it more of like an opportunist? Like,
no, not really. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, I really don't. It's something that I want, and at the time I thought I had the money, but I didn't. So
and it's easy to obtain, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's just something that I shouldn't have done. I mean, 100%. I'm wrong. I did. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. And I'm glad you gave me a second chance.
Well, Ryan, how do you pronounce your last name, Ryan?
Thorius.
Thorius, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Thorius. Well, I appreciate you taking this time. I appreciate you allowing me to record this, and I really hope you do the right thing. I really hope you know that you can turn things around this second. Hopefully this is a stage, to help prop you to do that. So
Yes.
I appreciate the time, and I'm sure these other gentlemen appreciate the apologies. I think they'll appreciate getting, the money back a lot
Yes,
more.
sir.
But
yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you. I'll be in contact with you.
All right.
So there you have it. I mean, I'm left, I don't know about you. Do you feel like this guy has any sense of remorse? And the scammer's lame excuses? I don't know about you, but I don't go into Best Buy and take my electronics and leave assuming that, they know my bonus check is coming and that everything's going to be okay. Not to mention the fact that this guy has a history dating back to 2017. I don't know. I see a guy that obviously has an inability to be a contributing member to society, a guy who appears to be sorry that he got caught. And I'm left feeling as though this guy might just be incapable of having true empathy outside of himself. I was really hoping to get an interview to be able to get into the head of a sports card scammer and to be able to hopefully give us some insight on what more we can do, and maybe that would help. But what I ended up getting was certainly a man that no doubt has a much longer list of victims than he can even remember, and is only agreeing to pay people back to avoid the external pressure and humiliation from his family and his peers, as well as the threat of legal action, which, getting law enforcement involved, which we've done before. And he claims he'll repay his victims by February 26th, 2021, in about 2 weeks. So if you notice this individual and you feel like you've been scammed by him before, feel free to contact him directly, Ryan Thorius, and his phone number is 1-607-794 1400. This has been your friendly public service announcement from Sports Card Lab. All right, thanks, guys.